J. Enjoy the money. Let's get ready to rumble. You know what? I fancy being a pop star today. Yeah. We need that on clouds, we need to get a neon on that. It's
So today, guys, we've got Asim Chaudhry, the BAFTA-winning actor and comedian, also known as Chabuddy G, and he has no idea that he's about to win the EuroMillions jackpot, and I think I can hear him coming up the stair. Hello, darling.
Hello, you're
How are
right.
you?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
You're going to talk dosh?
We're talking dosh,
Where are we going? Okay, to the studio. All right, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's going to be nice. I'll introduce you. It's a lovely little set we've got for you.
Okay.
I love this.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just very slimming.
That you've thrown on.
Vertical lines.
Nice.
Black.
But no, you
hide
look good.
stuff.
You look good.
Thank you very much. So do you.
Well, welcome to my humble abode.
Thank you.
And Asim, I've got some great news for you.
Oh God, what?
You have just won the EuroMillions jackpot. Welcome to Beyond My Wildest Dreams.
Delayed reaction, but still. Oh my God.
Asim, welcome.
Oh my God, this feels like a dream.
This is the best place ever. We are here in my Rich Beyond My Wildest Dreams dreamscape.
I love it.
And we are going to be talking all things EuroMillions jackpot.
I like the way you said jackpot.
Jackpot. Because it's not regular money.
No.
It's EuroMillions.
Silly money.
Exactly.
We're going to be silly today.
Silly. Funny.
Zany.
Quirky. Oh,
Quirky.
Look at us. Well...
You know, when people say I'm zany, I'm silly, they're not.
They're not. We are.
We're going to be. Because we're doing it in kind of a parody way.
Yeah, in jest. Exactly.
We're not serious.
Exactly.
But we are going to be very silly.
Well...
I love being silly.
Well, silly's great.
Silly's great.
And here at the EuroMillions jackpot, we are silly. And like I said, we're here, we're going to be talking about you have basically won 200 million, right?
Wow.
A huge jackpot on the EuroMillions from the National Lottery. And I mean, obviously, for legal reasons, I have to be really clear that you haven't actually won a dime. Like you've won zero, zilch, nothing. However, let's not put a dampener on the day. Let's not do that.
We're going to be silly.
We're going to be silly.
Yeah.
So for the sake of today, you've won 200 million.
Yes.
You're welcome.
That rhymed. Don't try and act like you didn't know what you were doing.
I heard it, and I just wanted everybody to simmer in it. So yeah,
I love it.
I'm talented in many ways.
You are. God. I was just saying your name as well, Sorrel. It sounds like, like we were saying, it sounds like it could be the name of a 90s R&B group.
Yeah.
Sorrel. And
That's
now
me.
with the #1 hit,
That's me.
we got Sorrel.
That's us.
Thank you. I'm in Sorrel.
Yeah,
now.
no, I've recruited you. I
I'm
can't
the
be in it
DJ
by
Khaled of
myself.
Sorrel. I won't do anything. I'll just stand there and go, Sorrel. Another one.
It really does work, actually.
It works. We started something here, guys. Here. We're silly. We're going to be silly together. We're so silly.
Look at us.
Look at us.
But like I said, welcome. You're here. We're going to be talking all things money, what you would do if you won the EuroMillions. But there's a couple of rules to this world that I feel like I should introduce you to. Okay? So first rule is, I want you to dream big, Asim, okay? I want you to dream bigger than you've ever dreamed before. Wow. And I'm not talking about hey, if I won money, I'd buy myself, a house. Boring.
It's not silly.
No, I want crazy. So you have to dream big, okay. Asim? Number 2, you've probably seen my golden buzzer right here.
Yes.
This is my special buzzer, okay? It only gets pressed when I hear an idea that blows me away.
Wow.
That I have never heard before. I'm talking originality. I'm talking new, fresh, funky, silly. You see?
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing there? Yeah. We also have a fantastic production team. Hello, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. Our production team, not only do they get very, involved, they love to giggle sometimes, but they do a little bit of the tapping on the old devices to do some research for us.
Right.
So if you want to know how much something is, I know that you've probably never bought a planet before. I get that.
Yeah.
But they could, they can find some data for us,
Okay.
try and tot up the costs.
Yeah.
Before we start, I got very excited, but then I saw empty glasses, and that's really rude as a host.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna.
Okay.
Do you like it?
It's no secco.
No secco, yeah.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My darling, I'm gonna pour you a glass. We're gonna cheers.
Thank you.
Oh
God. All head.
Well, come on now.
It's not a pint. It's fine. It's the bubbler.
It's the bubbler.
I love Northern. I wish I was Northern sometimes. And you? Do you wish you were Northern sometimes?
I love the Northerns.
I love the Northerners.
Cheers, my darling.
The Northerns.
The Northerns.
The Northerns.
I love the Northerns.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Pinky's up or?
Oh, well,
No? Okay.
No.
Okay, pinky's down.
No, I don't like that. Nice?
Nice.
Good. So, you have just got a notification
Okay.
on the National Lottery app. Ping.
Bing.
200 million jackpot. What are you doing in the first 5 minutes? Walk me through every emotion.
First 5 minutes.
First 5 minutes.
See the notification. Just take a picture of it or print it out. So I've got a physical copy of the confirmation.
Nice.
A screenshot. Then what I'm doing is turning my phone off.
Oh.
Right? And then just escaping somewhere for a day. Yeah, just very mysterious because I need to get my mind right.
Okay.
You know, because at the moment I'm acting on impulse, I'm acting on emotion,
Yeah.
I'm irrational,
Yeah.
I'm all over, maybe I'm crying.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything too silly.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
so because I always think that, you know, when something like that happens in life in general, you need to just be calm.
Yeah.
You need to be rational.
Yes.
You know, and you need to just collect your thoughts. Because I think at that moment, I think if I was a bit younger, let's say 10 years ago, I think I would have been like, yeah! Like instantly on like, man's done it! Millionaire out here! I'll be calling, you know, to everybody, all you haters, look at me now! I'd be like, just unbearable. You know?
Instagram Live.
Instagram Live.
Winning is insane. Insane behaviour.
Yeah, just really uncouth.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah. Zero grace, zero decorum.
No decorum, no grace.
Yeah.
All the grace of a reversing dump truck without any tyres on. Elite reference.
Yes.
If you know, you
Shout
know.
out to Jane. Shout out to Jane.
Enjoy the money, Jane. Oh my God, enjoy the. Well, you know,
are
I've got a funny story about that. Can I regale?
No, please.
So I am quite obsessed with that "come dine with me" moment. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's when he loses,
Yeah.
and he kind of reads and he's lost, and he kind of looks over to Jane and he says, "Enjoy the money, Jane. Dear Lord, what a sad little life." So basically, during lockdown, right before lockdown, actually, I became quite obsessed with this clip, and I was on holiday with the missus, and we were in Greece, and I actually twisted my ankle, so I was just sitting in the jacuzzi. I know, oh God, tough life, but I was there, like, and I didn't know what to do, and then I just kept on watching clips of that clip. And then, like, you know, because I'm just a creative person, I like to just create stuff. I made a T-shirt with his face on it. And, like, you know those kind of old, those T-shirts that everyone likes now with, like, you know, Biggie and Ali and, like, you know, with, like, the old school 90s style.
Yeah.
So I made one like that, like a hip-hop style T-shirt with his face on, Jane in the back. And it said, like, "Enjoy the money, Jane."
Wow.
And then on the back of the T-shirt, it said, "Now take your money and get off my property." Blew up, went viral, right? Everyone was demanding me to make these T-shirts.
Did you?
I made the T-shirts. But not just that. Then for like 3 years after that, I was just constantly referencing it, and I did like a YouTube breakdown where I watched the episode and I analysed it. I made a song about it. I was like, it became ridiculous.
Became a thing.
I started a podcast, so I became obsessed with that "Enjoy the money, Jane" thing.
Wow.
So
I feel like it's kind of tied into this.
that's why I went on this segue.
You are now Jane. You are now in this equation. You are Jane.
Enjoy the money,
Enjoy.
Asim. So, no, it's because you said grace and decorum, and I went, this is the woman of culture. Because she has thrown in that elite reference, and actually it ties in really nicely. So I would have been like I would have been like Jane.
Okay.
No grace, no decorum. Back to the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I would just I would turn my phone off. I'll go rogue almost because I'm a working class boy from Hounslow. I think as well, like when you get that kind of money, you have to be careful as well. Because for two things, for like one, more like, what are you going to do? You're going to act like, you know, no grace, no decorum, go crazy. And the other thing is like, you don't want people to know. But even, I don't know if I'll tell my wife, I think I might even just go off and get my thoughts together.
So for a whole day, you're not telling anyone?
Phones off.
Phones off.
And I'm now thinking of my plan.
You're working through it, processing.
I'm processing it. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So First 5 minutes, you're going to take some time to yourself to process. I respect that. Now, I think maybe we should move on to the first 6 months. Okay, because at this point, you know, you're not new to this. You're kind of true to this. You're kind of used to the winnings. You kind of understand the lifestyle now a little bit. I want to know, what are you doing in that first 6 months? Are you going on a shopping trip? What are your first initial purchases? You know, what are you doing?
There's nothing more than I love more than a jacuzzi. 100% one of the first purchases would be a massive jacuzzi. And I'm talking like gigantic jacuzzi that's like could fill 500 people. But it'd just be me in there. For most of the time, it would just be
like
me.
an Olympic-sized jacuzzi.
An Olympic-sized jacuzzi.
Wow.
I'm not a very good swimmer.
Okay.
You know, I love nothing more than just sitting in the jacuzzi, you know, with a drink, listening to some music.
Nice.
And just chilling. I think, you know, like, first thing, like, you have to think about your health. And, like, you know, self-care is what I'm saying. So that would go hand in hand with, I mean, this was something I've always wanted, is to have, like, the greatest chef, just a living chef. I know people probably say this because it's obvious, because it's true.
Nice.
Like, you would just go and get like your favorite chef, or it doesn't have to be a famous chef, just like a restaurant that you love, and just get them to like prepare you, so you don't ever have to think about delicious food. And I love fried chicken.
What if we incorporate chicken in the jacuzzi together? Your two loves, your
so
two
my
passions.
personal chef is coming. I think I could eat that every day.
Now, I know that you are a big fan of karaoke.
Oh, I love karaoke.
How could we incorporate karaoke potentially in the jacuzzi, potentially in the 6 months? What are we? I'm just throwing out ideas in it.
You're literally blowing my mind right now.
You know, that's what I'm here to do.
Have you just pitched what jacuzzi karaoke?
Jacuzzi
Karaoke-jacuzzi. Have you just developed karaoke-zy?
We have.
Right.
Karaoke.
Karaoke-jacuzzi.
Karaoke-jacuzzi. Trademark.
No, okay, no. I'm not even joking. Turn these cameras off, because this is going to get jacked from us, right? Karaoke-jacuzzi could be a thing, a massive thing.
Huge.
And I think this is what I'm going to use some of my money to invest in.
Okay, great.
Us. Like, because you're in with the business plan.
I'm part.
We're going to launch a venue. First of all, we'll try it off in my mansion first, because obviously I've got a mansion. And obviously huge jacuzzi. All the mics are going to be waterproof. Okay?
They'd have to be.
Check this now. Pointing out the obvious. Okay.
No, I'm just saying they would
Yeah.
for it to work.
Yeah.
That would,
Okay.
Okay, great.
And also, okay, I was one up you on there.
All right.
Okay. Mrs. Health and Safety.
No, I was just wanted to, you know.
Pointing out the obvious. They would also, and this might be an extra charge, underwater karaoke. So for the enthusiasts, for let's say for the snorkeling enthusiasts, you could go underwater, obviously for a limited time because you can't breathe underwater, and there'd be some kind of element where you could sing underwater.
So in the first 6 months, are you throwing a big party? I know you said that old you know, would have jumped on live and been like, I'm rich, you know, but new you has taken the time, he's taken the day. But in the first 6 months, maybe you want to throw a party, a bash. Maybe you've got a famous MC coming, maybe some DJ.
Oh my God.
Come on. What are we doing?
Can I just quickly, before we go into that, because you just reminded me when you said MC. So, you know, if you know me, right, in IRL, you would be in real life.
Thank you.
Yeah. You would know that when I do karaoke. So my go-to song is the Notorious B.I.G. Biggie Smalls' Juicy. He's my favorite MC of all time. I kind of, you know, he's always been my number one. I would also, now thinking about how much I love Biggie, and I've seen those hologram things that they do where they can bring people back.
Yeah.
I think I would invest heavily into something like that as well.
How much would a hologram
Hologram, that's the word.
Hologram.
I thought you were going to do like, you know, those chat shows when you're like, and funny you say that because in today, he's right here. Oh. Biggie?
We haven't got the cost for an exact an exact.
Okay.
But Aber Voyage, the budget for that was around £175 million.
Okay, great.
That's a lot of my budget gone. We're not talking about.
Thinking
Yeah,
about
we're being silly. We're
that.
being silly.
You know, it's fine.
I would definitely do that, and that would
Okay.
be for personal use only. But we could also combine it with the karaoke-jacuzzi. You know,
That's
we
nice.
could have if
a
I'm doing
package deal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Like
Now
a duet with
yeah,
the greats.
it'll be extra, obviously.
obviously.
Yeah, that's the premium
Duh.
package.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Grace and Decorum package.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the Enjoy the Money Jane package.
Enjoy the money, Jane. Package.
Oh, and that was the other. I think that was so. Just quickly going on that, I want to make a documentary about that episode, like a really feature length, and get them to play it out, and then me just analysing every moment and. Just I want to make a feature-length movie about it, and I want them all to play themselves. And like I said, I'll write it, I'll direct it. I wouldn't have to write it because it'll be verbatim. Maybe a musical. Come Dine with Me, the musical.
Oh, Broadway?
Broadway. Dear Jane, enjoy the money.
No, how much would it be to get a Broadway show up and running?
Yes.
Broadway shows only 20 million.
Done.
Only 20
Done.
million.
Done.
Okay, so that's happening.
That's
Come Dine
happening.
with Me musical.
Okay,
I'm going to
great.
direct it, write it, everything. Make it a massive hit. Get all the original members back together. Reunion doc. But you know what? That would be more for my own mental health, just to end the obsession.
Right.
Because then I think once that's done, then I'm like, okay, now there's closure.
Right, you can put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. I'd buy this, by the way.
Oh.
How much is this? Because I'd buy this as part of my.
All, not for sale.
Oh, come on.
Not for sale.
Priceless.
Not for sale. So for our audio listeners, we are describing our table, Gary, who is a beautiful, I'm going to say leopard, but he could be a cheetah. I genuinely don't know the difference between the two.
Doesn't suit Gary.
Oh, first of all,
Gary!
How dare you come into my house and tell me that the pet I named doesn't suit Gary?
It's too exotic and beautiful
What
to
do
be
you
called
want
a
me to call
Gary.
him?
No one's called Gary anymore.
Exactly.
It's like naming a baby Gary. There's no baby Garys anymore.
No, it's unique because it's so old. Like it's retro. Isn't that the word? Retro.
Oh, it's got a little. Actually, the chain kind of Gary.
Gaza.
Oh, sorry. Okay, Gaza might. Okay.
All right, fine.
Gaza.
Gaza.
Yeah, go on, put your drink on me. Yeah. It's like what you say. Yeah, no, well, I can take that. Yeah, go on, put more drinks on me if you want. Don't put your feet on me. No feet on Gary? No feet on Gaza? Wow, that really tickled her, didn't it? God.
The thing is, you do sound like him. Like in my head, that's what he sounds
Wait.
like. In my head, that is you. That was weird for me. I'm sorry. That you are Gary.
Well,
Gary is you.
Okay, well then let me have the table then.
No.
Then it's basically my table.
No.
Go on in, baby.
You can.
Gaza, go on. Gaza, this one. Go on in, baby.
Gary
Sherelle.
stays.
Show it off. You're doing a great job today, love. Lovely presenting. I'm just here chilling.
Let's move on to bucket list purchases. Okay. Is there a one lifetime dream or fantasy that you want to fulfill with your EuroMillions jackpot?
I think it would have to be just like the most state-of-the-art, best cinema in the house. And I'm talking like... Because I always feel like I've got so many classic films that I haven't seen yet. So I've got to watch this. Like on my Letterboxd watch list, it's ridiculous. Like I've seen a lot of great films before, but I've got so much to go through. And I just feel like I never have the right time or environment to watch films. I do not watch films on my phone or on
Fair.
the plane or on an iPad.
On the plane?
Never. What, on that horrible little screen? The disrespect. As someone who makes films and is in films,
Okay.
I know the effort it takes to actually get, we all know, to make anything from, the thought,
Yeah.
In terms of someone who's written and starred and blah, 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 and been in the editing process, the rehearsal process, it's like literally your life for like, I don't know, it could be years. And then for someone to watch it on a tiny little screen with
Fast.
terrible, and it's the same thing where like with my wife, like we were watching Squid Games, and she was watching it with the dubbed English over. And I was going like, this, how much effort those actors put in to the tone and the inflection of their voices.
Yeah.
And you're getting someone just to go, hey, come over here.
Yeah.
Terrible voiceover. Can you not just read the subtitles?
Yeah,
So it's like not that hard to but she's like, oh, then I get confused. I'm reading the subtitles and then I look up and then I miss something. And then she'd be pressing pause and going, hold on a minute. Like, so wait, that's her brother. And I'm like, oh my God, So I don't watch films with her anymore. I go to cinema on my own quite a lot.
I love going to the cinema on my
Do you-
own.
yeah?
I love
I love it because I just want to be, it's like, because cinema's all about escapism.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think you have to give film and cinema, you know, just like music, you have to give it the respect. That's why I will not listen to music on a phone just playing out the loudspeaker. If it's a really good song, I will get good headphones and I really want to be immersed in it and understand, you know, just being like, it's escapism.
Yeah. Do you enjoy concerts? Are you a concert person or like a festival person?
I do.
Like, let's say you were going to do your own concert, your own festival.
Yeah.
Who are we bringing in? Who can we get? Mix it up for me. Give me 3 dead and alive.
Dead and alive. My 3 all time.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to go for MJ.
Yeah.
Absolute. One of my goats. You know, I used to dress up as him as a kid and
King
do
of
all
Pop
the
and all that.
King of Pop.
Yeah.
Biggie. Got to go to Biggie. And then I think we need a bit of...
We need some life.
Life.
I hate to say it.
Literally some life.
We gotta have someone living there.
I was going to say Marvin Gaye. I was like, okay, maybe not Marvin Gaye. Oh, actually, then, okay, here's what I'd say.
Yeah.
So it'll be MJ,
Nice.
Biggie,
Nice.
and Sade.
Okay.
Sade Adu. I love her.
She's a great singer.
I love her. And for years, I've been listening to her. And I just think she has one of the most original voices of all time. She's
Great choice.
beautiful. And she's British, which a lot of people didn't know.
No.
They didn't know,
No.
you know, and she's just so classy. And like her catalogue's insane.
Now, obviously, we all know and love Chabuddy G.
Yeah.
What do you think he would do with the wins?
So, okay, here's the thing, right? You can't buy taste, right? So, it's, you know, it's
True.
like, you know, I think he would go full on. Like, I think with Chabuddy, he would still live in House, though. So he would still live in his hometown.
Love that.
You know, but he would have the most distasteful mansion. And we're talking like, you know, like the minute you come in, like, I don't know, a leopard print chandelier.
Nice.
A lot of animal print,
Yeah.
a lot of tacky animal print
Yeah.
everywhere. A lot of like marble, gold.
Yeah.
And also probably a lot of crushed velvet. I feel like, and everything's very easy clean for him.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
know?
wiped down.
Yeah, wiped down. And like weird materials. Like
Nice.
you'll be sitting down, you go, is this like polyester? I don't know. Is this nylon? You wouldn't know the material of anything.
Yeah.
But it won't be like silk.
No.
Because even when people get money, I think when you're always a bit of a tight, sort of tight, you're always going to be a little bit tight. So I think Chabuddy would still be doing all that stuff. It'll just be ridiculous stuff, you know. I think it would just be very crass. And just everything gold. I think it'll be a lot of gold, a lot of tackiness, but he will still be like opposite a chicken shop, you know, in house though. So I think he would be the king of the hood.
Nice.
You know what I mean? That's what I feel like Chabuddy would do.
He's got a good balance.
Yeah.
He's got a good balance.
Keeping
Best
it
of
real.
both worlds.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds. How about any business ideas or things he'd invest his money?
Chabuddy would.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Chabuddy will finally get peanut dust off the ground. You know what I mean?
It will fly.
It's been a long time. Yeah.
Long
I mean,
time.
I think even with all that money, it still won't really help. You know, because it's just peanut dust. And he's like, come on, I'm a millionaire now. And they're going to be like, yeah,
no,
but it's peanut dust.
It's still not good.
It's still not good. Yeah, I think, you know, I think another thing I think that Chabuddy would do is, you know, there's a saying called dreams that money can buy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Chabuddy would wake up one day and go, you know what, I think I want to be a tennis player. And then he would just get like Djokovic to like train him. And it'll be like a year later and he'll have one amateur match and lose and go, but I'm a tennis player, I did it. You know what I mean? Or he'll wake up one day and go, you know what, I fancy being a pop star today. And then, you know, Beyonce will just be there and making a song, and she'll write a song for him and help him sing a song, and he'll be like, I'm a pop star now. So, but that is a thing that people actually do.
No,
like,
it
no
is.
names, but you see people who have got money, and it's like, wow, like, I don't know what you're talented at, but you're so rich that you can get the best people
To
and
just
become
do it.
dreams that money can buy.
Yeah.
So I think Chabuddy would be like that, because I wouldn't do that, because I feel like no matter how much, you know, singing lessons I'll get from the best singer in the world, you can either sing or you can't sing.
Nah. Yeah.
Even tennis, like, you know, something
You've got it
so
or you don't.
physical. Yeah, I mean, your body needs to be built for that kind of. You need to be doing it from, you know, a long, long time. So yeah, I think Chabuddy would do that. Dreams money can buy, and it would be hilarious. And I would actually like to make a TV show about it.
It would be fantastic.
Yeah, it would be fantastic.
How about any spenny gifts for Aldona?
Well, you know, I don't know. I mean, in the People Just Nothing world, she's kind of gone, because she left him and robbed his Mercedes and took his foot spa. Even if Chabuddy had all that money, I don't think Aldona would still love him.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was always the heartbreaking thing with Chabuddy, you know, because like comedy and tragedy, there's always a thin line. And we always, I mean, if you look at all the kind of, you know, well-known comedy characters in the UK. David Brent and Alan Partridge and Del Boy, Mr. Bean. Like these guys all are quite tragic. They're hilarious, but there's just an element where you go, oh my God, they're really lonely.
Yeah, it gets sad.
And they're very yeah, it does get really sad. So, but there's comedy in that as well. So it's just kind of treading that line. And Chabuddy's got a lot of that as well. I mean, he's a very tragic character.
You laugh, and then you can quickly cry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Are
you sure this has got nothing in it? Yeah.
So
you laugh and then you quickly cry. We need that on clouds, we need to get a neon of that. Someone quote that. You laugh and then you quickly cry. Socrates.
It's a fine line between comedy and tragedy.
That's what I said.
You just said that.
That's what I said. It's still my line. God. You were right about these lot. Got a trademark. Quoting back to the quote I just said. Mad. I feel gentrified. I feel like my joke just got gentrified.
Oh my God. Okay, so I want to know, what does the rest of your life look like now with your EuroMillions win? We're not talking 6 months. We're not talking bucket list. You've done all of that. We're talking down, the rest of your life, you've settled in with the wealth, okay? What's the brief to the estate agent, perhaps? What's the house looking like? You've told me you're already in a mansion, but, describe it to me. Do you have specific rooms for specific things? We've spoken about, obviously, you want sound systems, you want the cinema, but talk me through it.
Okay, so I think, I love high ceilings. And actually, I always thought that was like a marker of wealth.
Absolutely.
Growing up pretty poor, we didn't have high ceilings, obviously. We were quite living in quite a, working class Hounslow. It was Hounslow.
Yeah.
So, for me, I remember the first time I went into a house that had high ceilings. It was actually my cousin's new house when they bought a new house. And I was like, I went up to him and I went, "You've made it." And I just kind of, even though he didn't buy it, it was like his dad. But I was like, wow. And I was like, almost like there was an echo.
Yeah,
and I was like, that is it just feels so grand. And also there's something quite regal about high ceilings. So I think definitely high ceilings. I don't want to underestimate light, natural
glass house,
light.
Perhaps?
A lot of roof ceilings,
nice.
A lot of natural light. I mean, I think, as a writer, as a creative, I always used to sometimes, we all suffer with writer's block and having creative, problems. And I realized one of the major keys in my life was there wasn't enough natural light when I was working. It's so important to have natural light. We are plants.
We are.
We are plants. We need water. We need light.
Yeah.
We need care.
Yeah.
And those are the three things. Those are our basic things. So and then once I got more light in my life, in my house where I've been there for around 4 years now, there's an extension. There's a beautiful sky kind of glass roof.
Yeah.
And that's our favorite room. We go in there and we just chill. I've actually got a painting with these cloud on, and it just feels so airy. And I built a whole studio in my garden, an actual music studio and a writing studio. And I write in there, and I do. I've got a little podcast set up. I haven't set it up yet. I always tell people I'm going to do it, but I haven't done it yet. But I spent all that money on that thing. I hardly work in there. I go in there for fun and to chill. But I work in the other room because of the light. Right. So I think this house will have an abundance of light. And I know these things are not going crazy with the budget, but I'm trying to think deeper. Even though it will cost a lot to have a lot of glass in your house because it's got to be strong, it's got to be durable. But light, I would pay a lot of money to make sure I have the maximum light in my house.
I feel like you're going to be one of those rich people who are so minimalistic that it's there's almost nothing.
Oh no, I have a lot. I have a lot of junk. I'm a tech head. I'm a big tech guy.
Oh, techie.
Yeah, I'm very techie.
So would you have Scandi vibes with high tech?
Yeah, it will be
AI house.
Yes, everything in my house is smart.
Okay.
Even now. So
you're one of them.
Yeah. To a point where my wife's I just want a button.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, babe, you have to say this, and this is the command for this. I have a smartphone.
Yeah.
We have smart TVs.
Yeah.
I also have a smart toilet. I have a Japanese toilet, and it's amazing. You're so like, it's just, you sit down, it opens up when it comes near you, sanitized, the noise, heated seats, cleans you to a point where like the hygiene is incredible. So my big thing is I would want to change the UK.
Okay, because I was thinking this feels...
No. My biggest charitable donation to my beautiful country and to us great British citizens, I would like to give... Which camera? I would like to give the whole of the UK, every household in the UK, I would like to give to you from me, thanks to EuroMillions, Jackpot and Sorrel, a Japanese toilet in every British household. You're gonna press the, because that was a, you're gonna press the golden.
Oh, for that? You want to press the golden button for that?
No.
I'll be honest with you, Asim. As great as this idea was, the crowd loved it.
I mean, I did start the clapping.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
They loved it. I'll be honest with you, Asim. I'm still thinking about karaoke-jacuzzi. Karaoke-jacuzzi's got my heart.
Karaoke-jacuzzi! I knew it.
The golden buzzer.
I knew it. I was thinking, why isn't she pressing the golden buzzer? I was doing this great speech. I was looking at you from the corner of my eye.
No.
But, okay.
Karaoke-jacuzzi.
Can I
As
just
you were
say,
talking about
thank
Japanese
you.
toilets, I was just thinking about how much fun it would be to be underwater with my waterproof mic.
Yeah. Well, it would have to be waterproof.
As we clearly discovered.
I was quoting
No,
you.
yeah. So before I let you go, I just want to know if there is anything else that's on your heart that you wanna get out there, because I do have something here, about finishing touches for your places. Something here about Michael Buffer.
Oh yes. So I think I'm sure he's very expensive. Can we find out how much it is to hire Michael Buffer for a day? Well, I'd want him for a long time. So basically, Michael Buffer is the boxing announcer. The let's get ready to rumble.
Oh, okay.
That's that guy.
Nice.
And I just thought if, to make it fun when you come around my house, obviously you've got the karaoke, you've got the Biggie AI, you've got the Japanese toilets everywhere.
Yeah.
I think to make it really fun, I'd love to just hire Michael Buffer to be in the room. So for example, if you came to my house, as you walk in the room, he'd give you a grand introduction, like the heavyweight champion of the world. So it would be like, and in the red corner, a master of the entertainment world, hailing from Milton Keynes, a.k.a. the MK Dons.
Yes.
It's Sorrel! And then that would be cool, but it'd also be for my auntie, and she would be like, she can make an excellent biryani.
That was
hailing from Hounslow. It's Auntie Pardavi. So everyone will get that, and I just look how that make you feel good.
I want you to know
Yeah.
that I want that immediately in your house.
Okay.
Forget about EuroMillions.
Yeah.
I want it today.
Today.
How much is he? I'll pay for
let's
it.
give him.
His highest recorded fee was $750,000.
I absolutely will not be paying
That's
for
what-
it. So we'll wait
For
for
a day. Well, he is the voice of boxing, and his "Let's Get Ready to Rumble" is iconic.
Maybe we can get the guy from X Factor who's like, Rachel and Daisy.
Yeah, he's good. Well,
No,
even
he's
I
good.
like the Big Brother guys, or just to follow me around.
That's a good one.
It's 4:44 p.m. Aye, man. That'd be fun.
Oh, that's
That'd
a
be
good
fun.
one.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good one. Well,
Yeah.
Asim, thank you so
Thank you
much
very
for
much.
being here. We love you. You've been amazing. Give him another round of applause.
Thank you.
Now, we've come to the point in the show where I am going to go through everything that you have said. Our production team have been totting up
Oh, wow.
everything, and we are going to run through it together. Okay? Because, a lot's been said. We don't want to forget any of these. This is really good stuff here. We've been workshopping.
Okay, good.
Okay?
Yep.
In the first 5 minutes, you said you're turning off your phone.
Yeah.
You're turning off the phone.
Incognito mode.
Incognito. You are processing. You're doing a lot of processing with yourself. And then you would get yourself an Olympic-sized jacuzzi. Love. And at this point is when, obviously, jacuzzi karaoke came up.
When it manifested this organic way, which has been captured on camera.
Yeah, it has.
For trademark purposes.
Trademark. Karaoke-jacuzzi. Trademark. Sorry, I just got to really get that in there. Like I said.
Karaoke-jacuzzi is good.
It's good, right?
Bloody good.
We are also then going to bring back Biggie Smalls as a hologram. We've then got get the Enjoy the Money Jane team back together again. We're getting the band back together again. We're doing a reunion. We're doing a feature film. We're doing a documentary. Musical.
Yeah.
We're doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
You are going to get a private cinema in the house. And good quality, because you've said, you want to appreciate the art. Not only are we getting a good cinema, we're also getting a music studio top notch. Yeah. So we hear every single bit of bass in that Biggie track.
Yes.
We have a festival, and lining up is Michael Jackson, Biggie Smalls, and Sade.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So as Chabuddy G, we've got the leopard print chandelier, tennis lessons from Djokovic.
Yeah.
We've also got an amazing, fantastic big old house in Hounslow,
keeping it real,
opposite the chicken shop. But then for your house, not Chabuddy, your actual house, we've got a mansion with high ceilings, loads of natural light, a Japanese smart toilet for every house in the United Kingdom. Yeah. And then we've got Michael Buffer living in the house to introduce each guest. I think we've got a solid plan here.
Thank you.
Shout out to you. You've been fantastic.
Thank you. Shout out to you.
I love the way your brain works. I could talk to you for hours.
Yeah.
Weird and wacky and zany and silly. Look at us.
Silly. Silly.
Silly Billy. Will you like? Stop it. No, stop it. No, you stop.
What are we like?
Stop it. Well, thank you so much, Asim. You've been fantastic. I'm going to give you another round of applause because I love you.
Thank you.
I forget there's a final one every time.
Oh, my God. Oh, oh my God, thank you for having me. You all right?
So guys, remember you can get that EuroMillions feeling every Friday with another episode of Rich Beyond My Wildest Dreams. Please subscribe on all podcasting apps and follow us on YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. Goodbye.